Yerp, this perp back with another video, and if you decide to eat before watching Fresh, you might get sick to your stomach. This is a brand new movie that just hit Hulu over this weekend. It's starring Sebastian Stan and our main lead actress, Daisy Edgar Jones. I've seen her in some things, you know what I'm saying? But obviously everybody knows Sebastian Stan as the Winter Soldier, etc., etc. So there's a lot of hype I see with this movie. Not a little bit, like I didn't really look too much into it. I remember seeing like a poster or two and never really checked out the trailer like that. So I just kind of went into it blind, and I thoroughly enjoyed it for the most part, but I have issues. So, this story or this movie kicks off with our main character. I think you pronounce it like Noah without the H. That's played by Daisy Edgar Jones's character, and she's kind of just in the dating scene right now, and you can kind of already see where this movie is going to go. She meets Sebastian Stan's character, and she pretty much gets wooed by this guy, and then you just start to kind of see the red flags just immediately, where he wants to take her out into the mountains where there's no reception, no Wi-Fi, no nothing, and she doesn't just kind of think that this is kind of weird. Then she ends up getting kidnapped, and she is pretty much treated like livestock, where she just ran into pretty much a cannibal, and how they have this whole network of cannibals and stuff like that. But my issue with this movie here, right, is it doesn't do anything new, because you kind of see a lot of things coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, stylistically and just cinematically, the way it looks and the way it's shot is really cool. It's pretty simple. They don't try to do anything outside the box. Like, we've seen these types of horror movies before. Now, if you're very new and, no pun intended, fresh to the horror genre, then yeah, this is probably going to be something new to you that you haven't been introduced to. But there's been tons of these types of movies in these types of scenarios that have done the execution better. That's all I'm going to say about that. Take, for instance, there's a movie out there, if you could find it on streaming or any platform, called The Loved Ones. Fantastic movie. One of my favorite horror movies of all time. Go watch that. It's not just like this movie, because this movie is dealing with like cannibalism and stuff like that. It kind of gives it away in the promotion and stuff like that. Yeah, it just really did nothing for me. But I will say Sebastian Stan plays an excellent villain. He makes it believable, but he's also pretty dumb in this. He gets tricked pretty easily, and that's what kind of took me out of the movie. I kind of wish they would have done the unthinkable and just be like, what if this person couldn't get out of this situation? That's just me. If you like this movie, let me know exactly what it is about this movie that you like, or what they could have done differently if you didn't like it, because I would have done the ending completely different. I would have had a very dark ending. There are some, inserts of humor throughout this. It's kind of like a dark comedy, which also is another thing that might take some people out of watching this. It did nothing for me. It's a very generic, bland at times. It's kind of like one of those styles over substance, because there's really no substance to this movie. I understand the message that it's telling you, like, be careful who you date and go on dates with without really knowing anything about their background and stuff, and the dangers and whatnot. But anyways, that's just my brief take on Fresh, the movie on Hulu. Go check it out for yourself. Let me know your thoughts. Until next time, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.